Did anyone watch Krystal Ball's interview with Bernie Sanders?
I saw the clip that was circulating.
We should do a Mystery Science Theater of it.
Where we watch it, silhouettes at the bottom of the,
and we like comment on it.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was frustrating. It was frustrating to watch. I saw one person tweet, Bernie usually sounds so fluid and possessed in interviews because he doesn't have to, sell you something like a politician because he is being authentic and is selling you what's good and truthful. When he's having to sell Biden's agenda, it doesn't come out so smoothly. And I thought that was a pretty good encapsulation of it. I mean, I've said something similar, like I wouldn't be a spokesperson for someone unless I agreed with him like 99% of the time, because I just can't, I'm not a good liar. I don't have a poker face. And, it feels like every elected representative is now in the position, whether they have to be or whether it's a choice, of doing comms for Joe Biden to one degree or another. And it making a lot of folks look a lot less rosy than they did before. You should pull it up. We should respond to it.
Is prepared to deal with it. I have not seen a president in my lifetime who has done that. Am I wrong?
I see that perspective, but I also see a president who's willing to let a lot of those agenda items be killed by the filibuster and the parliamentarian.
Well, but again, I don't want to defend him. I think the point you made a few minutes ago is exactly right. In this critical moment, when we're dealing with the future of the planet, when we're dealing with the future of democracy, you know what? I think majority should rule and not the. I believe that strongly. But don't think that he can snap his fingers, no matter what he may or may not believe, and make things happen. All right, there are senators.
There are certain things he could do, though, through executive, for example, canceling student debt.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There are things he can do.
Legalizing marijuana,
yes.
he could potentially do through an executive order. And so there hasn't been a willingness, even though he says, yes, I support the $15 minimum wage. Yes, I support the PRO Act, to use all the tools that are at his disposal to actually make those things happen.
You're absolutely sure of that.
Is that fair?
No. I mean, in other words, you do not know about the discussions that he has with people who walk into his office. Okay. No, it's wrong to assume that when you're dealing with a United States senator who does not want to end the filibuster, that he can go in there and say, hey, I want you to do that. No. So don't give the president.
Although he could do what you proposed when you were asked on the trail, how would you deal with Senator Manchin? You said, I go to West Virginia. I'd do the rally. Yep. I'd call him out.
Right. I mean, there are things you could do. All that I'm saying, do not minimize. I mean, and I don't want to get into personalities.
True, he is.
But
sure.
Any member of the United States Senate has the power to kill this thing. And to think that the president alone can change that is not 100% correct.
Sure. But there are executive actions that he could take on student debt and other things that he could do. We can agree on that.
I am not, yes.
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Oh,
sorry.
My God.
I wasn't trying to. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was
hilarious. No, that's really funny. All right. So what do we think of that?
You got to make it full screen so I can see Brianna's eye rolls.
Oh.
I mean, look, I didn't think there was going to be a moment where Bernie Sanders was accusing the left of Green Lantern theory for asking Joe Biden to do executive orders and also for putting the full force behind his campaign promises. And good on Krystal for really sticking the landing there and being firm about, no, actually, here are the things he could literally do with a flick of a pen. Now, whatever Bernie was about to say about don't underestimate the personalities and what happens behind closed doors. I mean, I would like to hear that. Okay, well, help us understand, Senator, because from where we're sitting, there is historical precedent of things people could do. There's a playbook. You don't have to reinvent the wheel as to the methods you can use to apply pressure. To, as Krystal pointed out, sagely, you could do what you said you do in this situation, which is to lead protests to the front lawns of all of the people who are obstructing, and put real people pressure behind them on top of them. I was listening to your excellent interview the other day, Katie, with Dr. Barber, and he was pointing out that the Poor People's Campaign was able to get a man to move on issue after they had marched upon his house or his offices, and that there was a direct line of result. Right. And, it's a little frustrating to see this heel turn. So either something really dramatic is happening behind the scenes, in which case, why not expose it? Why not, if the folks in Congress are operating against the interests of the people that elected them, of their constituents, and about it, it feels like everyone's in a hostage situation, but it's not clear to me what a senior senator like Bernie Sanders has to lose. Just tell us what the crap thing is that someone is doing, name names, and again, trust that people power can help you to exert pressure on them to do the right thing in this moment. We are in a crisis with this eviction moratorium about to end, and how many millions of Americans, 6 million Americans is it, that are facing eviction? Like, this is extraordinary. This is extraordinary times. And we're like dithering back and forth with each other about whether or not someone in some closed door behind some closed door is being difficult.